Hello everyone, I'm Cloud and welcome to Anime No Mi. Today, continuing with the One Piece videos, we will talk about the next generation of One Piece. When the King of Pirates was about to lose his life, he said something that left everyone very excited and impressed. Before a crowd of people he said that his treasure would belong to the one who found it. Saying that, many people were excited to find this incredible treasure, creating the new era of pirates. Several people who were present decided to venture around the world, all looking for the One Piece treasure in an attempt to become the new King of Pirates. Many novice pirates are after this treasure, but the ones that stood out the most received the title of supernovas, with 15 crews in total. With the current events of the manga and also future events, a new generation of pirates may emerge. In today's video we will talk about the possible new generation of pirates that could emerge after the end of the Wano arc, and also after the future, with Luffy and the Straw Hats finding the One Piece treasure, and what this will change in history and which one's new possibilities may arise. And I already count on your help to leave your like in the video to support the channel. I also hope you subscribe if you're still new here, and leave your comments saying your opinions and what the next videos you want to see here on the channel. Now let's go to the video. Guys, in today's video we are going to talk about new generations. We will talk about the next generation that is currently forming, and also the next generation that can form in the future after the Straw Hat Pirates find One Piece and Luffy becomes the King of Pirates. First we will talk about the future, what will happen when Luffy finally manages to reach the last island of the new world, and what can change with that, what he can do when he becomes the new King of the Pirates, and how this can start a new generation of pirates who may even be the heirs of the Straw Hats. We know that when Luffy manages to reach the last island of the new world he will have a new mission to perform. We don't know exactly what he will need to do, but this is something that the current Pirate King lost his life and was unable to accomplish, leaving this mission to the next generation. So Luffy might be the one to fulfill that mission, and it might completely change the world of One Piece. But he won't end the era of pirates. After all, Luffy, he doesn't care what's inside the One Piece treasure, he cares about the adventure he's living. Before wishing for the treasure, he wants the adventures. He will live with his friends at sea, and for that reason, he would never do something that would discourage people from dreaming of having adventures at sea. He wants everyone to have fun like him. With all this, regardless of the mission, Luffy can also decide to leave the One Piece treasure on the last island, or take it to some other place that is even more difficult to reach, so that someone wants to sail to the sea in the future in search of that treasure. The author of One Piece said that the treasure of One Piece really is a treasure. It is not something symbolic. He said that it really is something that will be worth it for the pirates who risked their lives to get that treasure. However, Luffy did not cares about riches, so he could, just like the former king of the pirates, leave the treasure to motivate a new generation, even after he fulfills the objectives of the final mission that could even mean the end of Sekai Sifu. By finding the One Piece, Luffy might be able to create an era of peace, so future battles could play out differently than what we currently see. After all, most of the confrontations to find One Piece clues or to make a crew recognized involve battles that can even cost the lives of pirates and the navy, but that can change. In this way, it would motivate several people to join in a mission and venture out to sea to achieve the dream of finding a treasure that in the past only 2 crews could reach, now with new powers and new tools that can be used. And we know that recently several animes are coming to an end and creating a new generation, with new characters and new stories, but that follow in the same universe as the previous story, including the protagonists in many cases are the children of the protagonists of the previous generation. We saw this happen, for example, with the anime Naruto. During the anime, we saw the adventure of Naruto Uzumaki and his dream of becoming the leader of the place he lives. He decided to become very strong, greatly increasing his power, making new friends and also defeating enemies while living his journey. Just like Luffy, while trying to make his dream come true, he helped his friends to make their dreams come true, and over the years and over the course of their adventures, he actually managed to make his dream come true, and just before that actually happened, we saw that he had 2 kids. So, after all this, the moment Naruto fulfilled his dream, we saw that his son became the protagonist of the new generation of manga. A new manga where Naruto makes cameos, but the main focus is his son, and now he goes on his own adventures while living to accomplish his own goals. We know that this is not the only manga that is creating new generations after the end of the main story, creating a new adventure that ties in with the previous adventure. This could also happen with One Piece. In fact, One Piece has everything it takes to create a new generation. After all, we know that Luffy's adventurous life began because he inherited the will of the D and also received a straw hat that belonged to the pirate Shanks as a gift. We saw that Shanks inspired Luffy to want to start his adventures and live very happily traveling on the seas. At the beginning of everything, Luffy met Shanks and decided to be like him. He wanted to participate in various adventures and are motivated by Shanks' stories. But what Luffy didn't know was that Shanks was at sea motivated by the Pirate King. He received the straw hat as a gift from the former king of the pirates and promised him that he would travel the seas to find the One Piece along with his own crew, so Shanks motivated Luffy in the same way, handing him him the hat and telling him to one day become a great pirate. And after Luffy actually fulfills his dream, he may wish to motivate a new generation to continue traveling the seas and having many adventures, even handing the straw hat to his son, or the son of another straw hat pirate. We know that the king of pirates dreamed of having a peaceful life on an island after finding One Piece. He even had a son, Ace, and the same can be done by Luffy, having a son who would be very strong. Luffy's son from an early age could learn techniques that would make him strong, even if he didn't have a devil fruit. After all, Garp made Luffy stronger from a young age. Luffy, on the other hand, can even teach hockey to his son. Not only that, all straw hat pirates can decide to have children and form their families in the same location, all living on the same island. After all, depending on the final adventure after finding the One Piece, they might not be wanted anymore by Sekai Sifu after fulfilling the mission that the Pirate King couldn't. That way everyone could train together and learn new powers together. The children of all the straw hat pirates could have unimaginable knowledge and so do whatever they want, even forming a new crew together. Luffy's son might wish not to be a fighter but a swordsman and thus train with Zoro. In the same way, Zoro's son might want to learn from Luffy. Some might decide to learn more about archaeology, others to learn from Nami. Some might decide to train with Usopp or enjoy carpentry. In the end, the powers of all of them would be gigantic and unimaginable, forming from the beginning a very strong crew with many powers and abilities. But we may also have a new generation earlier than that, one formed after the Wano arc, and we'll talk about that from now on. But first, comment on what you think the children of the Straw Hat Pirates will be like. What is their name and what powers can they have? Continuing with the video, after the king of the pirates created a new era of pirate, it caused quite a stir in the entire world of One Piece. Then several pirates emerged to make their fame around the world, catching the attention of the Navy and even other powerful pirates. Luffy was one of those pirates who was excited by Roger's words and decided to wander the world finding new companions so that together they could find the One Piece treasure so he could become the new king of pirates. In the current events of the manga, the Straw Hat Pirates, Law and Kid, are facing two Yonko, the greatest pirates that belong to the old generation. This is already a remarkable achievement, as hardly any pirate would dare to face a Yonko. But these new generation pirates were able to fight them without even showing fear, giving their all to defeat him, no matter what happened to them. Law and Kid were able to defeat Big Mom with great difficulty, but so far it hasn't been reported anywhere outside Wano. But if they find out, this will leave many people surprised, especially the Navy and Sekai Sifu, because they would be the first people capable of defeating a Yonko. With this achievement they would be recognized worldwide, in addition to also having their bounties increased, reaching even close to that of a Yonko. With Big Mom's defeat, we can deduce that Kaido will also be defeated by Luffy, as Luffy's main objective is to defeat Kaido, so he will give his all during this fight to finally defeat him. With the defeat of two Yonko, this could leave everyone surprised and also scared, as two Yonko were defeated by pirates considered to be members of the worst generation of pirates, which will make Luffy, Law and Kid's fame reverberate around the world. At some point after defeating Kaido, Luffy will reveal the real reasons why he is following this long journey, and the world would recognize him as someone who can become the king of the pirates. This would already create a new generation. After all, Luffy's victory can motivate many people to also become pirates, who also believe that finding One Piece would be possible, as they would think that if these pirates were able to defeat powerful enemies, then the new generation could also have amazing achievements. Even if it was not his intention, Luffy would attract the attention of many people, motivating them to venture out in order to find the One Piece treasure and also wish to defeat the pirates who managed to defeat the Yonkus. Among these many new pirates could arise pirates that stand out among them. As with the supernovas, they stood out because they were the first pirates to achieve a gigantic bounty. So this new generation that may emerge will go after the most powerful pirates to be able to defeat them and thus gain fame. But as we know, they will still need a lot of experience to be able to fight them. Some of them will even be able to ally with the Straw Hat Pirates or even team up with Teach so that they could get powerful allies that could easily defeat other crews. This new generation could surprise us with their powerful devil fruits, as there are still many powers that could be shown. So we will see characters capable of offering a great fight against the Straw Hat Pirates, and also great allies who will help the Straw Hat Pirates in their future adventures until they manage to find One Piece. Not to mention a possible outcome of this generation's story after Luffy becomes the king of the pirates, and then we have a new person inheriting the Straw Hat, Luffy's son. But now I want to know about your opinion. Can Luffy be the cause of a new generation of pirates? Thanks to all of you for watching the video to the end. I hope you enjoyed the content and information in today's video. We hope that we will always continue together talking about the news of the anime and the manga, so comment your doubts, news, or what you think will happen in the anime in the future. Also comment on the new videos you want to see here on the channel. We'll see you again in the next video. I'll wait for you here. Bye.